So cute, so good. Look how cute they are. Hi, you were not supposed to be here already. You guys will need to learn something here. You need to stop coming here early. But since you're here, you see that little kitty? You see them? They're little cute, alright? Look at them! Look at them! Look at them, okay? Look how cute they are! You can't say otherwise. Did you just make a little sound? It's just gonna put you back to your spot. There you go. Now it's clean and cool. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, alien, animal. Doesn't matter who you are or what you are, you're here, you're watching this video, and if you're not subscribed yet, then what are you waiting for? It's really simple, and it's free, and it takes like 3 clicks, like legitly 3 seconds, and you're pretty much subscribed. You see that little big red rectangle under the video? Like under the title, it says subscribe. Just click on it, and it supports the channel. Obviously, it's not necessary, but will be really appreciated and it will support the channel. And while you're at it, if you like what you're seeing and want to be notified every time I do something, just activate the ding ding bell just right next to it, and it's pretty much simple, right? So what are you waiting for? It will be fun. You won't regret it, I swear.
Bruh.
Imagine they say that and they immediately regret after subscribing and watching the video. That would be a shame. Well, I hope it's not gonna be the case. Anyway, it's not necessary like I said, but if you do, just do it. Like, it will be just appreciated. Alright, enough all this talk and stuff. It's time for the real thing. Welcome to the Iconic Show. I am Sam, and today we're gonna be talking about weird. I think we should definitely try it again. So today we're gonna be talking about. Okay, seriously, who the hell is doing this voice? Show yourself or make yourself heard, I guess. So seriously, stop. Is it you? Probably not. So let's try this one last time. So today we're gonna be talking about. Okay, that's enough. I'll be right back because I need to find this voice, take care of it, and move on with this freaking video. Come here, little.
A few moments later.
Alright, now that's done with. It's time to move on. Well, we're going to be talking about Dead Rising. You figure it out, I guess, after all these tries that I tried to actually say it, but the voice just said otherwise. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about Dead Rising. It's a zombie game that being released in 2006, if I recall correctly. I'm not pretty sure because sometimes it's lazy to research, and if I research, I just want to know. Like, I don't want to act too much professional about that kind of thing because it's all about for fun and stuff. Anyway, so basically the way I see it, because uh, I played it when I was younger, and the only thing I saw is like it came out at the same time at the Xbox 360. Probably not even the case, but for my point of view, like I saw Xbox 360, I saw Dead Rising. So obviously I'm talking about the first Dead Rising that had been created, which is still a masterpiece in my eyes. Like no joke aside, Dead Rising was like a game changer in terms of zombie games. So I'm gonna separate this video in 3 categories. Then we're gonna talk about that game. And obviously, since I'm talking about that game, for the future next videos, you're probably gonna see multiple series about that game. Depends if I stop between like a game or two, because there's like a couple variety of game. But for now, we're gonna talk about the concept and gameplay, I guess. I'm gonna talk about the story and characters, I'm gonna talk about like the bosses, or well, they're gonna be part of characters anyway. So we're just gonna talk about the game itself, the concept, the gameplay. I'm gonna talk about the characters, the stories, and my opinion about the game, without like telling too much spoilers about it. Anyway, so we're just gonna move on to it. So first off, we're gonna talk about the gameplay and the concept of the game. So basically, Dead Rising is pretty simple in terms of concept. It's pretty much you're a character. You kill zombies, save survivors, and probably do like missions because you're playing as a photojournalist and you have to do scoop to write to report some stuff as a journalism. So I guess it's pretty much what you're doing. You're surviving. You're just I guess you're just saving survivors. You kill zombies and solve some scoop, getting some years of some scoop for your own journal and stuff. The gameplay is magical, but can be hard as a first time player. A first time player that come to Dead Rising will probably get confused, but will automatically have fun because everything around you in the game is a weapon. Like almost, I mean, really, almost literally anything can be used as a weapon in Dead Rising, and it's really something that really, when I saw it, I was like, that's fun. Like that's really fun. You can literally take a chair or a bench and just throw them and bash zombies with it. Like it's super OP and it's super nice. Of course, the logical sometime of the game is really like what? But the fact is, you can just like clear waves of zombies and stuff, and the number of zombies you see in the screen is really intense too. Like you just see like a mall full empty at start, and then suddenly just getting full and full of zombies everywhere, getting harder to travel around the mall and try to save survivors and stuff. The AI of the survivors are really dumb in this game though. Like you try to save survivors and they just like try to play Rambo and just go to zombies and try to kill as many as they can, or they just get stuck in walls, or they just keep crying like a bunch of wieners and stuff. But the fact is, basically in generally speaking, the game is really fun to play. Like I really recommend it, and as you will see, like in the future, I will do a series about the game, so you will basically know everything about there is to know. Because I already got everything planned in terms of series of the game, and it's gonna be like super nice to watch. I can't even wait to record it, to be honest. And the gameplay is pretty much simple. You're pretty much a survivor. You got mission to do. You got zombies to kill. You got survivors to save, and you got bosses to beat. Yeah, there's the kind of bosses that we call them psychopath. And psychopath battle are every psychopath have their like ability power. Like you can fight someone and they just have like a special weapon like that can be deadly or just no damage at all. But that's not the point of it. Anyway, so for those who knows everything about the game, you can just don't say anything. Just don't say anything. Don't spoil the moment for those who didn't know the game. If you didn't know the game, it's either because nobody talked about it, or you just didn't care about it, or you're just living under a rock. But no judging, no judging, because there's a lot of games that I myself I don't know or I never played it. But Dead Rising is one of the games that it have its replayability because you got a level system in a game, which makes like a first time player, if they struggle in the first playthrough, they can literally restart and keep the progress of levels. And of course, every time you level up, your character gets stronger. And if your character gets stronger, it's more easy to deal with zombies and survivors and psychopaths. So pretty much there is to know because our first guy that come in and don't know anything about the game mechanic and stuff, we struggle in the first first couple minutes learning the mechanic, then knowing what you have to do, then you will rage about the AI of the survivors, which we all do because, to be honest, they are really dumb. But then you just realize that the game is really fun because you have a replayability because it got multiple endings depending on what you do in the game. Depending on what you do in the game, you can have the good ending, the bad ending, or just an ending, a general ending. But like, it would just change the story, which we're gonna go to right now. Now I'm gonna talk about the stories and the characters. So basically, your character is probably one of the most iconic character on the under of the world right now. In the Capcom world, in the video game world, none other than Mr. Frank West. Frank West is probably one of my favorite characters in video games. It's just like he's the kind of guy that he came to do what he has to do, which is investigate and get the scoop of the year, get famous and all the money that come with it. But in the process of that, he just became like the legendary zombie killer that he is right now. So pretty much, you're playing as Frank West. You heard about rumors about something happening in Willamette, Colorado, which is like one of the most deadliest town in the world, like the pilot helicopter do say. Oh my god, I'm losing myself in my own world. Anyway, so
Bruh.
like you said, there's nothing. Like there's pretty much nothing in that rise in the Village, Colorado, except the shopping mall, which is where everything happened in the game. And of course, in the beginning, you pretty much fly over the town and you see pretty much everything there is to see. But for Frank West that just come in, for he doesn't know what's going on. He just know that people are like rioting or defending themselves against some people that attack them. Obviously, the player knows that they're zombies, of course, because they kind of know what they're going through. But the character doesn't know until later on. Then he get on the roof of the mall because he asked for it. He lost something important, which we never get it back. And you meet, well, probably the first survivor you meet, and he like explain to you, he asks you question when you're supposed to be the one asking question. Anyway, so you just then you finally end up investigating the mall, and you see survivor barricading doors and stuff, and then you finally realize after a couple minutes that there's zombies at the door, and it's pretty much it's safe outside, but then something happened and zombie get inside, and then the mall is infested, and you have to survive, and you learn the story about how it happened, the outbreak, and all the kind of stuff. But I won't spoil it much because if those of you didn't like play the game or watch the game on YouTube, I suggest you to stay tuned because I will do a playthrough of the game, and you're gonna see everything and react to everything. But as for now, the stories itself, from my own point of view, I really found it interesting because it makes me want to keep playing, and I wanted to learn more about what's going on, and the lore and all the story in the game makes you like wondering like, wow, okay, that they put a lot of effort in building the story around the game. And for me, it's really interesting because I really enjoyed the game and the story, and just like some people will play a game for the story or the gameplay, but for Dead Rising, it's more about both because you definitely have the freedom to do anything you want, and you got a good story behind it that cover everything there is to cover in the actual outbreak, and you realize that there was more outbreak in the past and stuff. So with all that says, characters. You're gonna meet a lot of characters in this kind of game. I think that you're gonna meet like around like 100 something stupid survivors, You're gonna meet some key characters, some antagonists, some bosses. Like there's a lot. Since it's in a zombie apocalypse, you're gonna meet like tons of survivors, but there's like thousands and thousands of freaking zombies, and gets an army of like 100 survivors. And of course, your mission pretty much in like for 89% of survivors that are in the mall is to bring them back to the safe zone, the safe house, and just make them live, save their life, and be known as the Mr. Frank West Savior, legendary zombie killer. So we're gonna track all around that and wrap that with my point of view and my. So of course, we're gonna wrap this up with my opinion about the game. To be honest, it's not a 10 out of 10, but I will easily put a 9 out of 10. Like the game is so good. There's a good story. There's good characters, and there's like iconic lines and stuff. And everything about the game is super fabulously awesome. That I really enjoyed playing it. That I plan to replay it and more. Like like there's so many ideas you can do just with this game, and there's more to come, because stay tuned, because there will be a lot of more that will happen with Dead Rising. So to wrap this entire video, I just want to say if you want to play it for yourself, I would suggest you to buy it and play it by yourself, because this game is magical. And if you have already played it before and you like rage quit or something, go back to it, or wait until I play myself and see how I do. To be honest, I'm not that bad in the game myself. Like the first time I really actually played it seriously, because I like played too many times, and even like before I was like young and didn't really understand what to do, that I died to the same freaking boss like couple time. But there will be a lot of like background and flashback and fun fact stories when I'm gonna do the actual gameplay. So stay tuned for that. So basically, the game is really fun. There's a good the mechanics are complicated but good. The only downfall, to be honest, is the freaking AI of the survivors are really stupid. But we gotta understand that people pretty much get stupid in zombie apocalypse. Like if we watch most movies or series about zombie apocalypse, there's always like a group that are like smart and know what to do, and there's like the group that like stupid, cry and lose everything. And sometimes you just lose one thing and you just snap out. It's pretty much what it does. So stay tuned for everything coming up, and we're gonna wrap this video up. So as I keep repeating every single time, stay tuned for what's coming in the channel. I'm probably gonna record it straight right after this video and then edit it. No, actually I'm gonna edit the video and then probably record the Dead Rising gameplay slowly. But this is Dead Rising. I know I didn't like talk like professionally and talk more about that. So what we have to understand is I'm talking about this game just because to prepare yourself to what's pretty much coming for the next couple weeks. Because now I'm gonna be playing Dead Rising for the next couple of weeks. Obviously Wednesday I'm gonna be streaming on my Twitch account, so you just stay tuned for that and come join me if you want. And except that, there's nothing much to add up. Like I talk about the game, give my personal opinion, and I talk a little bit about the concept of the game and the gameplay, and that's pretty much it. I don't want to like start talking about the story and the beta version and stuff. Nah. It can be interesting, but I'm not gonna go into that. Like I just want to give my personal opinion, which is all my opinion and my suggestion. Like, of course, some people will disagree with what I say. Some people will agree with what I say. It doesn't matter, to be honest. It's just there. Anyway, so thanks for watching, and I hope you really appreciated this little video I just did. Stay tuned for what's coming, because there's going to be some Dead Rising gameplay, and this is where the real thing will be interesting. See you in the next video, guys. Have fun. Stay safe. COVID-19 is not over yet. We have to stay safe and make sure that we end this stuff. So it was Sam, and the Iconic Show is over.